Hello, Aries. Hello, welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. Great to have you here. It's been a minute. I had every intention of doing an earlier reading in January. It didn't happen. I apologize to everyone who was waiting for a reading. I was a little sick over the holidays, so I just needed some time to recover and then, catch up with my work. And I've said that like 9 times today already. So I am sorry to everyone who was waiting for a reading. So I'm going to do a mid-January-ish type of reading. It's just going to be a general reading. We're going to look at, I guess, the next couple weeks kind of thing, because I think I do owe you something for January. And again, I want to remind everyone, these readings are done in the spirit of fun and entertainment. And of course, I hope you enjoy them. I'm not here to predict world events. And hopefully you aren't taking this stuff too seriously, but I hope it helps you, in some way. Or just keeps you company for a minute. So I'm just getting some candles going for you here. And I hope you're all, alive. I guess if you're reading this, then you're still alive. So that's a good thing. It's been a wild year, hasn't it? It's already a wild, crazy start to the month. So I really hope everyone's okay. If you're not feeling like your best this time of year, just know that that's okay too. Like it's, don't be too hard on yourselves. This is a very difficult time of year, even during a good year and like not during a pandemic, right? So anyway, let me get started. This is like my 3rd coffee today. Don't ask me why I'm still drinking coffee. I'm so wired right now, so jazzed. Let's get started. I think I'm just going to use this classic deck for you all today. This is the Smith-Waite deck, just very kind of classic imagery, sort of a Rider-Waite thing. Ooh, before I begin, let me say a little prayer. I always start the readings with a prayer. So for everyone who clicked on this video today, I pray for your health, your happiness, your safety, and your security. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and protected from harm, and that you're making all your best dreams come true. Okay, let's begin. This is for Aries, mid-January onwards. Who's that? Ooh, 3. Okay, that looks nice. I feel you guys are in a party mode, but you know what? I'm not going to take any more cards jumping out because I'm going to be here all day. This deck is obviously a little big for my little hands, but I'm going to use it anyway because I feel like it. Okay, so what do we have for Aries mid-January onward? What is it now? January 16th? Dear God, I'm so late. I'm so sorry, guys. I've heard this from a lot of other readers too, because obviously I love to listen to tarot readings as well. A lot of them have said like, I'm so late. It's so late in January. I think because, people are hungover and, we've all been watching the news like so strongly and it's just a busy time of year getting back to work after the holiday. But I'm pretty sure I'm the latest. Definitely the latest. Anyway, Aries, please, what messages do we have for my Aries gang? What's going on for my goats? Is it a goat? It's a ram, right? Yeah, it's a goat with like cool horns. What's going on for Aries gang? Please, gonna get a couple more shuffles here, then we will begin. As usual, leave the timestamps down below in the description box for where the reading actually starts. If you want to skip this whole jibber jabber shuffling and setup, that's fine. I'm not offended. Okay, one more for Aries, please. For January 16th onward, next couple of weeks-ish. Okay, all right. Okay, messed this all up now. Okay, I'm going to just cut it 3 times. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to do that rainbow spread again that I love doing. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okie dokie. So let's take a look at your present position. Oh, we got the Lover's card here. Nice. We got the Magician. Nice. And we got the 4 cups. Okay, so there's an energy of maybe either somebody, like some sort of lover, reaching out to you, like offering you something that you don't want. But it's like flattering. It's almost like you made this happen. I kind of get the vibe of like somebody that maybe you liked in the past and maybe they didn't like you. And maybe now they're coming back, like you've sort of won them over, but you're kind of not interested. Or sort of like the reverse of that. Like you could be the person trying to reach out to a lover who's sort of like maybe lost interest or maybe not paying attention to you. But there is a feeling of starting something new. These cards are really, really positive, even though the Four of Cups is like a little bit more kind of, it can be bored energy. It can be disinterest. It can be just like not seeing, what's there. But the Magician and the Lovers in your present is still like a very positive omen. This is about new beginnings, making things happen, using all the tools in your tool belt. It also can be about like manifesting new things, and the Lovers is also about choices, right? It's not just about lovers. It's the choices that we make in our life that can either lead us to paradise or they can lead us to hell, right? So making good choices. And the sun is shining in this card as it is in the Magician card as well, right? So it feels very positive overall, right? Good place. Okay, and we'll get more on that later when I clarify. Let me take a look at your recent past. So I have the 8 of Pentacles. I have, how did this get reversed? I don't shuffle in such a way that my cards reverse, so I don't know. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is nice. I actually see in your recent past, there's a feeling of like support and comfort and wealth. Some of you may have come into some money recently, like an inheritance, right? The 10 of Pentacles does talk about family legacies, like a wealthy family. Others of you might just have a nice supportive family around you, or maybe you've built this wealth yourself. I do see that you've been really working on your talents. You may have been working on a creative project, developing your skills. Some of you may have been writing a book. It's something that's coming from you. There's also a feeling of coming out of a rest period. The 4 of Swords here reversed. I feel like maybe some of you have felt kind of stagnant. It could just be about like the lockdowns and stuff like that, right? Of kind of twiddling your thumbs and like, okay, what do I do now? Maybe not having been able to do your job. But I feel like you've sort of reoriented yourself, because the card is flipped, right? It's like coming out of the rest period as opposed to like going further into it and kind of getting to work. You're like, maybe you've asked yourself, okay, well, what can I do with this situation? I can't do that anymore. Mama, maybe just do this instead. Maybe some project you've done from home. But very, very positive with the 10 of Pentacles here. Like you guys seem to be doing fine, right? Hopefully that applies to you. Let me take a look at your near future. Ooh, this is nice. Oh, I saw this when I was shuffling as well. Let me just put it closer. Where's my camera? There we go. This is the Victory card. 6 of Wands. As you can see, this person riding on a white horse is very proud. Everyone is cheering him on. Not everyone is cheering him on. Some people are actually giving him side eye, him or her. But there's a victory wreath here. So some sort of victory. I feel like some sort of choice that you make recently, or something that you maybe share with other people that you've been working on, is actually going to be received very well. You're going to feel like a winner. And it's something brand new with the Magician here. So liking that a lot. Hanged Man over here, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a feeling of turning the tables with the Hanged Man, either looking at things from a different perspective, or even maybe showing people like a different version of yourself, like an opposite version. It could also represent sort of kind of doing things really on your own, like very, very independently, kind of a break away from like your usual group. You may feel like a little bit of a loner in that sense, but you're also feeling like a winner. So which is why I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm tempted to take the more positive meaning of this card, of literally flipping things upside down, having a different perspective, as opposed to like the negative feeling of like, being shut out or feeling like a scapegoat. I do not think you are feeling like a scapegoat in any sense. Maybe some of you are, but I don't think so. This is such a different vibe here, this winning energy of this 6 of Wands. We also have the King of Pentacles at the top. So this is the card of like a wealthy man. It's like my sugar daddy card. It's like a rich daddy type. If this is your energy, like you're moving into a position where you feel actually very secure with your finances, with your abilities, with what you're doing, and you may be able to be a little bit more generous with the people around you, right? You may be seen as like a very successful person in your community. for others, this could actually be somebody on the outside. I don't have any clarifiers yet, so I really can't say for sure. I can't say anything for sure anyway. I mean, if I'm just being real. But this could be just like a rich man that you work with, or like a male energy, or it's just somebody who is very established, maybe kind of joining forces with you in some way. It could be somebody who hires you for a job, or somebody who like approves, I don't know, your book or your work, or, an agent, or like is somebody who wants to help if it isn't your energy. But very, very positive so far. Let's go over here. This is the line of what's motivating you. I'm just going to grab 2 cards here. We've got the Page of Cups. I've got the King of Swords. It's funny, when I first laid that down, I thought it was a queen. So maybe, there's a lot of people watching this, so it could be, you could be the queen, you could be the king, either way, okay? On the one hand, I get a sense of like transformation. The King of Swords has the ability to make life or death types of decisions, okay? And it may not be literal, but it's almost like something that you do has a really, really sincere impact on your life, transforming you, I would say, for the better. From what I see so far, it's all really positive. I also get the sense with the Page of Cups that you may be wanting to impress someone in particular. You also have, again, the Lovers right at the center of your reading. So you may have somebody very attractive on your mind, and it's almost like you want to prove yourself through your work. You want to get into this more established position, like the King of Pentacles, so that somebody in particular, and maybe even several people, are seeing you, in a better light, and seeing you as a really hot, romantic prospect, right? Like the super established kind of a successful person. So that's cool. But you may be making some sort of big changes. Some of you may even be cutting someone or several people out of your life, or just kind of exercising stronger boundaries, sort of protecting your energy, or maybe moving on, from a group or one person in particular that maybe you felt that they kind of held you back. So take it as it resonates, as we always like to say here on YouTube. Near future, I've got the 7 of Pentacles, and I've got the Ace of Swords. Nice, nice, nice. I really love this card. And I've got the 5 of Cups. Okay. Some of you are grieving someone a little bit, like, or maybe they're just thinking about the past a lot, kind of maybe remembering someone or something that didn't work out, seems to be kind of hanging in your mental space. It's not the end of the world, but the message of this card generally is, don't pay attention to these 3 cards that are spilled. You can see this person is not paying attention to these. These 2 cards behind him are still upright, right? It represents there's people who are still here for you. There's still opportunities to move on. If you lost a lover or you lost a friend, you've got 2 more friends available, right? Or 2 more potential lovers. And all this guy has to do, or this girl or this woman or whatever, right? They have to just turn around and see what's available. And they would also see that there's a bridge over here that would bring them right to the castle. But they're kind of stuck focusing on, the spilled cups over here. So it's just saying, like, try to let go of the past, try to kind of move on from that. I know it's hard when you're sort of stuck at home all day with your own thoughts, and like, they're not always the most positive. But I do think there's a lot of positive around you, and there are a lot of people who are going to be looking up to you and seeing you in a really good light, and probably would want to be your friend, or some sort of romantic lover. So try to focus on, I would say, your work. Focusing on your work seems to be the answer this month. You've got this work challenge and this Ace of Swords, getting a lot of clarity. So this could have to do with this 5 of Cups situation. You might see someone around you, I think somebody from the past or some situation, as a sort of challenge that, you need to overcome, or maybe you feel like you need to win them over. And maybe you are going to be winning them over, but you might also just be getting some sort of clarity about the situation that helps you to sort of move on. This is a very positive omen, again, because we do have like this crown and this wreath and this palm frond here. And this card is associated with a victory. So I think you'll be fine no matter what. But sometimes it's just about, getting to the truth of a situation so you can sort of accept it and move on. Excuse me, just having another sip of my coffee here. I saw the funniest meme on Instagram, by the way, and it so describes me today. When people make a meme and it's like 2 people talking, there's like a script. So the woman's body is telling her, like, water, please give me water. And then her mind is telling her, what's that? You want another iced coffee? Okay, I'll get you another iced coffee. I thought that was really funny. It's kind of describing myself. Anyway, let's get some advice here. And then I'm going to pull out some clarifiers, and I'm going to even further complicate your reading. I will actually take 3 cards here. Oh, that's interesting. Again, I don't know how these cards are flipping themselves over. I didn't purposely flip it, but okay. There's a card of love. There's a 2 of cups. We got the 6 of cups. It's a card of nostalgia, past love, also soulmates. And we've got the 4 of pentacles at the top. It's a card of holding on. So I am getting the sense, some of you are holding on to someone from the past. I think a lover from the past. You're just not letting them go. And your nostalgia is kind of getting the best of you. When the 6 of cups is reversed in a reading, it's somebody who is thinking a little too much about the past. It's beyond the point of being healthy, right? And the 4 of pentacles is someone hanging on really, really tightly to what they have, usually about money, but we have so many cups here. I do think this is about an emotional connection or someone you really love. It's like, and even with the 5 of cups here, I do get the energy of somebody just kind of being stuck on someone from the past, like kind of just not really willing to move on. There's a lot of love here. I would think, maybe the message is to kind of say your piece. Maybe you haven't really expressed exactly what it is that you want to say to this person. Maybe you need to just articulate that. Maybe write them a long letter. If you don't think it would do any good to send them the letter, then don't send them the letter. Just light it on fire and bury it in the ground, or put it in a soup pot in some water. I don't suggest you start a fire in your kitchen, but sometimes it's good to just kind of write things out, just to kind of get them out and send them off into the universe. And the person doesn't even need to read it, right? But there's a feeling of needing to express your love, maybe take a shot rather than keeping it to yourself. And then, you know what? Maybe that person will respond in kind, maybe they won't, but you will at least have kind of gotten it off your chest so you can sort of move on, right? So that's cool. Let me get some clarifiers. I got to move this coffee out of the way. It. Okay, so I'm going to be using this Lenormand deck as a clarifier today. I've been getting to know this deck while I was sick after the holidays and laying in bed with my man cold. I spent a lot of time getting to know this deck. The Lenormand system is new to me. A lot of readers on YouTube use this system, and this is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck by Ciro Marchetti. It's got these nice gold edges, and it's got a lot of gold kind of gilded sort of vibe on the card, and it sort of made me think of like an old-timey New Year's Eve party. So I obviously I didn't get to go to a party this year because we're all in lockdown, but I've been playing with this deck and learning the system, and it sort of made me feel like I'm celebrating New Year's somehow. I don't know, living vicariously through these cards. I'm actually just going to lay them out and just grab a few. Anyway, the woman who invented the Lenormand system is Marianne Lenormand, and I'm also Marianne, and I also have ancestors in Normandy. She was a fortune teller in France in the late 1800s, and I thought, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that this could be a distant relative. So I thought that was cool, but who knows? Anyway, okay. Who do I want to clarify first? Let's take a look at the present. We'll just pull a few cards there. Ooh, I have the ring and I have the snake. Okay. Commitment, desires. It's like somebody desiring a commitment. Definitely. I feel like there's someone you kind of want to put a ring on it. I don't think it's a coincidence. The ring falls on top of the Lover's card here. Definitely. There's the snake represents a very, very strong desire, someone you want very badly. Okay. So it could be a very sexual type of connection. But it's a feeling of really, really wanting to make this happen, wanting to make that official. So, and for some of you, you maybe will, right? It may be that you are actually in the process, of doing that. For others, it's just kind of up in your mind space, or maybe not entirely because they're just cards, right? Okay, let me look at your near future again. We had this Hangman energy. We had this victory energy with the Six of Wands. Oh, we got the Star. I love it. Wow, these cards are really cooperating with me today. Okay, so we have the Star and we have the Letter. The Letter is about communication. The Star is about wishes. There's a dream and it's either about communication or you may be getting communication about a dream, and it feels very, very positive. Again, I keep getting the message of like somebody writing a book or like doing something with a written word, or it could even be like working on like a website or something, but there's a lot of written communication happening here about a dream. And on top of the victory card, I would think it's things are moving forward in a very, very positive direction. It may even be about your romantic life. Again, remember what I said about writing a letter? Yeah, write a letter about your dream, about your wishes. If that's a person, if that's your goal, just write it out. We'll help you get some clarity. Again, you don't have to send it off. You can. It's your choice. And then this line here. Okay. So it's something hidden, something in your subconscious. We saw the 5 of Cups. We saw the 7 of Pentacles. We saw the Ace of Swords. There was a sort of clarity, a feeling of challenge, a little bit of grief, a little bit of focusing on the past. Let me clarify a little bit here. I've got the clouds. Oh dear. Of course we do. And I've got the moon. Wow. Okay. So okay, so the clouds is one of these cards in the Lenormand. It represents confusion. It can represent, obstacles or maybe a little bit of sadness. But we also have to look at which way the card is facing. So let me grab both and bring them closer so you see what I mean. So, okay, I'll just bring it closer. So here we have clouds and we have lightning and stuff. But then on this side, it's the sun shining, right? So you look at what cards land on what side of the card. And so the sun is actually shining on the moon here. So I feel like the clouds are actually going to be lifting for you. You may be feeling a little bit of this confusion, a little bit of kind of, I don't know, woe is me type of vibe, but I feel you're moving into this sunshine type of thing, right? And the moon is about like our appearances. It's about the way people see us, right? In society, it can be about fame. It can be about just your role kind of, so talking about your work, it can also be about your feelings. So we could interpret this as like the sun shining on your feelings, like in terms of like moving into a better vibe, like kind of getting over these clouds, kind of coming out of that sad kind of mopey dopey feeling. We can also interpret it as the sun shining on your career, like your career is moving into a much more positive energy. If you felt confused before, I think in the near future, you're going to start to feel a lot more certain. You're going to feel like the sun is shining on you. This is wonderful. Okay. A little bit more. How about this advice line here? Okay. This one seems to want to go, oh, I have the dog and I have a woman. Oh, wow. Okay. So the dog is a loyal friend. And here we just have a woman. And she seems like a nice girl. So this could be a female friend, very easily, a very loyal female friend that you're thinking of, or a lifelong companion, someone you are thinking about, a lifelong companion. I think somebody from the past, because it showed up here with like the 6 of Cups reversed. And for some of you, it's a lifelong friend that you have on your mind that maybe you want to reconnect with. Maybe you had some sort of a falling out. But I do get the feeling of like, you feel very loyal towards this person, whoever this is, or this person feels very loyal towards you. It may be, if you're a female and this reading is for you, you might be this woman here, and it might be that you're wanting to reconnect with a male. The male might represent the dog, or might be another female. Just take it how it resonates for you. But I do get the feeling of a very loyal female friend or companion, someone that you want in your life for a really long time, someone who feels like family to you that maybe you're missing. So I can't stress it enough. Just, write them a letter. Please write them a letter if you're thinking about someone that's weighing on your mind. And anything else? I don't know. I kind of want to grab this card for some reason and just sort of randomly place it here. Yeah, it's the Rider card. I love this card. What else? And then I've got the Scythe here. Okay, so some of you are going to get a message, a swift message. So as an energy, as an adjective describing, the first card in Lenormand is the subject, and the second card is usually a descriptor, like an adverb or an adjective, or it can also be like a verb, right? So in this case, the scythe would represent like something happening very swiftly, like very quickly, like the way you kind of, cut down these things. So it can be something ending really quickly, but I'm getting more the message of just the speed of it. Like it's just, there's a message coming in with the rider, some kind of news, some sort of communication, and it's coming in really, really quickly. So something's picking up really quickly. And you also had, again, you had the letter with the star. So again, it's another card here talking about you getting some sort of communication. And I think it's communication about your dreams. So I think you guys are going to be hearing about something that feels like a wish to you. It feels like a dream. And you're going to be hearing really, really quickly. I feel things are going to kind of pick up. Like it's almost like you're coming out of this energy of sort of like, it almost feels a little bit like depression, not necessarily, but just this kind of low vibe of like maybe even just kind of, you know, feeling hungover after the holidays, or like I felt exactly like that this last couple of weeks, just blah, you know. But then, you know, I had all this work coming in, I had all these auditions that I had to do and self-tapes, and everything just kind of like picked up like really fast. So, it's like that kind of vibe for you guys of things picking up and moving in like a super positive direction. So I hope that was helpful in some way, or at least entertaining. Maybe we should get some oracle cards for you before I let you get on with your day. Let's take the animal cards today. I haven't used these in a while. So what do we have? Oh, seems to want to fly right out. Look at that. Is this upside down? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm not taking these cards upside down. So I'm just not. We have the owl. Okay, let me see what's something else. And we got the cosmic egg. Okay, I think these are all mixed up. Okay, wow. So this is really cool. The owl, to me, I'm thinking of like wisdom, like a wise person. And the cosmic egg is all about potential, like so much potential. Something that could really change your world, you know, kind of like the King of Swords energy here. So I get the sense that within you have a lot of wisdom. You've really learned a lot over this past year, maybe this past decade. I really, again, I feel like the written word is so, to say like dominant, like it's coming through like the feeling of writing of if you're not writing a book, there's a need to communicate something, to put something into writing, to share with others. I feel like people will respond very positively when you show them what's inside of you. You know, you may have been in a situation or just in your life where you're just always kind of doing, and like you may be very skilled at what you do with your hands and the work that you do. But I feel like there's a well of information within you, like wisdom that you have to share with people, you know, to just put it into writing and to share what you know and what you feel. And I think people would respond really positively to that. There's a feeling of just so much potential here with the cosmic egg, you know, potential to take you on a whole new adventure. And also with the magician, the feeling of just like manifesting what you want, right? You came out of this 10, right, in the recent past. And this is a really positive 10 because it's the 10 of Pentacles, which is about having everything you want, everything you need. But 10s are also about endings, right? So there's a feeling of like ending a cycle, and moving into a new cycle, right? There's a whole new cycle coming here with a 1, you know, and with the 0. There's a whole new beginning. It's got a ton of potential. And you need to show people what you're made of, what your thoughts, what you're thinking about, what you know. I think that will go really well. All right. That's my best advice for you today, Aries. I hope that applied to you in some way. If you, if you resonated with this reading and you want to leave me a comment, I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to though, you know, it's a free country. Actually, depending on where you live, it may not be, but here on my channel it is, you know, as long as you're polite, that's all. Otherwise I'll block you. Just kidding. Not really. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me on my channel here, Aries. I'll be getting started with your February reading soon. So I should see you again very soon. And until then, take very good care of yourself. Stay safe, stay positive if you can. And I wish you all the best. Bye.